them till this age, they've never seen light taking for 24 hours. So you see, we have a lot to fight for. We fight for the necessary amenities. We fight for our own personal lives. We need good income to have all this achieved. What if when war comes in? Those in the north, only God knows what they see or what they suffer every day. So we should be thankful at every moment of any position we find ourselves. We should be thankful to God. Imagine if that war, those challenge, those bombing and all that was happening in the north happens in the south, east, or west. So let's talk about money. And of course, the purpose of this meeting today is discussing money and how you can leverage on this new money called PLCUX to change your life, transform your life. Money has changed form over the years, from the era of trade by barter, where you have coin, you have some cashew nut, I have yam, and I need your cashew nut. We meet at a central point, we exchange. That was trade by barter. You have goods, and you want me to render some service for you. Said I need one good or two goods, depends on the service. And at the end of the day, you give me your goods in an exchange for the service I render. That was trade by barter. And then we left the era of trade by barter, coins, and then the banknote came in. The banknote, we still have the banknote even to today. The naira, the dollar, the pound, the euro. Those are paper that are actually made or given possessing power by the government. They were actually paper, designers' paper that was backed by law. Okay, so the CBN gave 1,000 naira, 100 CD, that buying power, that value. Only they were notes. We left the era of notes. While we're still in the era of notes, we have the checkbook, the debit card, online banking, the mobile banking, and boom, today we are talking digital currency. What is digital currency? Digital currency is actually money, but it's a virtual money. Digital currency has the same buying power that your physical or fiat currency has. Digital currency has the same buying power that your fiat currency has. The same thing you can do with your digital currency, with your fiat currency, your paper money, your local currency, you can do with the digital currency. We call it cryptocurrency because of the uniqueness. Okay? And of course, I don't want to go into details. There are different kinds of digital currency. The naira that your government introduced recently is also digital currency. But it's called central bank decentralized currency, the currency that they can control. Just like they control it, they've been controlling your local naira. If you Google today, Google any country in the world and put CBDC beside it, you will see every country right now is currently creating or planning on creating their own central bank decentralized currency. That is because they've gotten the wind that 2023 is going to be a year like no other. Pay attention, people. 2023 has been projected to be a year that will be worse than 2008. The economic crisis, financial crisis we had in 2008, 2023 is going to be worse than it. Both by prophecy and by analysis, we're going to be looking up to that. So the question is, how ready will you be? And cryptocurrency, digital currency has been marked out as one of the saving haven or safe haven that will save the world from crisis. Are we following?
Yes.
You can check, research that on Google. What will happen, economic crisis or the looming economic crisis in 2023? Read, and get prepared. Digital currency, like I said, is a means of exchange, like every other currency that you know. Digital currencies are powered and controlled by what we call the blockchain system. What is blockchain? Blockchain is a public ledger. Blockchain is a public ledger through which data can be transmitted. Blockchain is a public ledger through which data can be transmitted. However, once a data goes through the blockchain technology, such a data cannot be edited, it can't be called back, it's unalterable, which means it cannot be altered. That is the blockchain. Blockchain has appeared to be transparent and secured, and that is why the world today has been embracing and enjoying the benefit of the blockchain technology. When I say public ledger, what is a ledger? A ledger is simply a record book that records debits and credits. A ledger is a record book that records debit and credit. You have your own business. Some of us who have our own physical business, shops and all that. You have your own book where you record debtors and creditors. Sometimes you can alter, you can cancel. Okay? You can cancel, you can alter such a ledger. Mr. Mike paid 1 million. I wrote 100,000. Let me increase it. They did it. That is your own private ledger. Some companies, they use spreadsheets. Companies use spreadsheets, and that's their own ledger too. Spreadsheet comes in physical form. Ledger comes in physical form and an online form. The spreadsheet, the Excel sheet is also people use a spreadsheet and Excel as a ledger. But you see this public ledger, it is called public ledger because every transaction that is happening within the ledger is seen publicly. It's an open ledger. Everyone can see the transaction happening all at once. If you make a transfer to Mr. A sees everybody sees the transaction on the blockchain of that currency. For example, Bitcoin. So I don't want to bore you with all of this. You can Google it, the meaning of a ledger or examples of ledgers or public ledger or the blockchain. What is a blockchain? All of these are available on Google. Please do try as much as possible as human to do your own personal research. Learn. You understand that? They say readers are leaders. If you are not reading, you'll be led by those who read. So today we have, apart from the fact that, let me reduce this in a little bit. It looks like it's covering some things. Good. Let me still reduce a little bit. Better. So apart from the fact that blockchain is a system that is powering and governing or controlling the cryptocurrencies, blockchain also controls other businesses. As we speak, before your screen right now are companies right now, over 50 companies currently in business. I know what you see now, you can recognize from Google, HSBC, under banking, BBVA, Visa, Unilever, DHL, Ford. All of these companies are currently using the blockchain technology to run their day-to-day, some of their day-to-day business. Why? To ease their transaction, to secure their transaction. It makes their things, their activities before their clients transparent. A lot of advantage blockchain technology has brought to humanity. And the government, as I sit here tonight, I tell you that no government of any nation can halt or stop the existence of blockchain technology or cryptocurrency. So they have come to stay. And the earlier we understand this and take advantage, the better for we all. I would like to introduce to you one of the finest, one of the most popular, one of the useful cryptocurrency, digital currency of our time, called PLCUX. PLCUX is a digital token. It is an ecosystem of PSCU, which means PSCU is the mother of PLCUX. It was created as a backup, as a support system for PSCU to empower humanity through its blockchain farming. It's an internal utility created to empower humanity through its blockchain farming. At this junction, I want to make you understand the difference between PSCU and X and how X came into existence. PSCU was one of the, I know existing members on this platform already know where I'm going. PSCU is one of the cryptocurrencies of our time that actually made millionaires within a short period. Millionaires were bettered, people built their houses, people completed their houses, people bought cars and all that. Some people got married as a result of the opportunity this currency brought to us in Africa. So the company is a thriving company. Alex, who is the founder of CEO, is an IT professional. So he's always on the move looking for means to improve this currency. Ordinarily, this currency would have been one of the currencies that are less than $1 today. But he tried his best to push this currency to a very, very high altitude within a very, very short period. PSU was introduced since 2026, December 2001. 2021, sorry. And then people started farming on it. And he was pushing to have it listed on major exchanges because it's a product. And this currency is an asset also. Asset appreciate and depreciate. So the more marketplaces you expose your assets to or your currency to, the more people will get to know about it, and the more they embrace it. And the more they embrace it, the more the price appreciates. Having that understanding, Alex Reinhardt, in his quest to having PSC pushed to zenith, he contacted the Binance. Binance is the largest exchange in the world. Currently has over 10 million users, daily users on Binance. If I share with you now share with you some Binance page, P2P page, you'll be so amazed to see how even Nigerians who has over $1 million, $2 million on Binance, selling on Binance. He has seen all of this and he wanted this currency listed on market. Just like you, who is into production of shoe, into production of clothing, hair, and all that. Your first product launch, you don't launch your product in all the market. You first launch it in one market, and gradually you explore other market. And every market has their own conditions to have you bringing your product on that platform. So, Binance, for you to have PSCU listed on their platform, it must be a free-floating coin. What is free-floating coin? A coin that is not undergoing farming anymore. As a matter of fact, our kind of activity in the community seems very new to likes of Binance. Normally in cryptocurrency, what the cryptocurrency creators do is when they create their currency, they launch the harvesting or the minting themselves and brings the finished products to you on the exchange for you to buy, for you and I to buy at a retail price. But Alex turned the table around. Rather than creating this coin and selling to you as a product, he gave you the license. He's giving us the license to start minting this coin. And that is what gave Binance concern. They said, please, we do not understand this strategy. You are not supposed to give these people the license to start minting this coin. But Alex, being a technology person, inclined person, he understands their own concern. And he says, hey guys, against our plan, let's draw the curtain for PSCU farm purchase. But let's create a substitute, which is called X, so that you and I will continue farming and getting passive income every 30 days. Why we make this PSCU free from farming and then present it again to Binance, and Binance will approve it after their due diligence, and they will have it listed on Binance. And that is why he said, even though they have stopped the farming of PSCU, as in they stop the sales of PSCU, it's going to take like up to the first quarter of 2016 before PSCU will be on Binance. Binance will take its own time to do business again to be sure that Alex or Platinum Genesis have done as required to have the currency listed on their platform. And of course, it's turn by turn. There are a lot of cryptocurrencies right now clamoring to be on Binance. It's turn by turn. So all of these things, they are technical and technical. So you should understand this. So X came to replace PSU. But X cannot do what PSU can do. PSU is only going to, X is only going to be an internal utility for farming and farming only. But PSU is the mother, the main coin. You see when I introduced it here, I call it digital X as digital token of an ecosystem of PSU coin. So there is a difference between a token and a coin. A coin is that currency that operates using its own blockchain. PSU has its own full-fledged blockchain. Currently, there are over 20,000 or 21,000 digital currencies in the world right now. But I must tell you, it's just few of them that own their own blockchain. And I'm proud to announce to you that PSU has their own blockchain, PLCUX.info, if I'm correct. So that is the blockchain URL for the URL for PSU blockchain. So where every transaction that we do report in real time. So that is the blockchain of PSU. So token are those currencies that are operating using another man's blockchain. That's why you have, like in USDT, you have TRS20, TRC20, sorry, and then ERC20. TRC is for Tron network. That is Tron's blockchain. ERC20 is for Ethereum network. That is Ethereum's blockchain. You have the likes of Solana and all that. Those are different blockchains. Have created their own blockchain and they have commercialized it, allowing others to rent it for their business. So, hey, and hear me good. If though you have a lot of cryptocurrencies, if I'm to make decisions to choose which cryptocurrency to buy, I will go for cryptocurrencies that own their own blockchain. Because a cryptocurrency that is paying lease to another company to run on their own blockchain have like 50-50 chance of survival in the long run compared to a company that owns their own blockchain. They are not paying any lease to anyone. So that is why X came into existence, to support the activity of the community, doing what PLCUX was doing for us, which was digital farming and passive income using the digital farming. So I believe at this point you are being carried along very, very well. If you have any area that you're having confusion on, just pause, write it down. At the end, probably we'll have a window for you to ask questions. And now, right now, PLCU and X were paired together as a market. So when two currencies are paired together, they can be called a pair or a market, currency pair or a market. So there is no buyer without a seller. So if one is buying X, indirectly selling PSU. If you are buying PSU, you are indirectly selling X. That's what I call it, market. That's why you see that pendulum system now, which Alex also has balanced up, where X is rising, PSU is going down, and PSU is rising, X is going down. So that is it. Right now, some of the growth strategies, when a currency is created, creators do everything possible to have them listed on marketplaces, because the more market we get the currency listed, the more exposure it gets, the more people get to know about it, the more they do research on it, the more they know, oh, this currency not is a normal cryptocurrency. This currency has debit card like this one. This currency has POS machine, ATM machine. They are into physical production of things. So people get to know about it, because the more they see it on platforms, the more they research on it, the more they know about it, and the more they embrace it. So the more exchange this PSU is exposed to, the more advantage we have, the more the price appreciates over time. Now, PSU as a currency is paired with USD. So, for example, if you are coming on board X as a farmer, okay, And at the end of the day of your yield comes in X, because you're going to convert your PLCU to get X. And at the end of the day, your yield comes in X. You still need to convert X back to PLCU. But PLCU, by the time you have your yield back in PLCU, you now need to convert it to USDT back, because PLCU is paired with USDT, but X is paired with PLCU only. To come on board this farming, you need PLCU as a legal tender to get your seed. So no other currency can buy X for you except PLCU. So this is a very mega advantage. You cannot access your PLCU with USDT or Bitcoin. I mean your X with USDT or Bitcoin, but PLCU. So for every activity you want to do within the community, you need to first of all acquire or demand for PLCU. That is a good advantage. Now, some of the growth strategies I talked about. Okay, let's start from here. We have the bonding system. Bonding systems, Alex has listed out today, for example, bonding strategies they've implemented so far. One, for you, every transaction you make to freeze your coin, for example, but charge 1%. Transfer your coin from your farm, for example, your X, your farm, but charge 1%. All those 1% are bonds. The 1% is paid in PSC and is bond. That is the bonding strategy. That every transaction you make, withdraw, transfer, and all that is 1% out of the fees charge is bond. That is number 2. And then recently they created what we call exchange on PLCUX.com. PLCUX.com. Today it is possible now, instead of going to CoinSplit to sell your PSU for X, you can just go to that page, connect your wallet by logging in with your registered email and password. Okay, as long as you log in, accept the terms and conditions, at the end of the day, you will be availed with the swapping interface, where you now choose to swap from X PSU to X or for X to PSU. Now, hear me. For every time you swap your PSU for X on that PLCUX.com, you are interacting or interfacing with the company directly outside the exchange, outside the CoinSplit. And that your PSU you are given to the company in an exchange for X to be credited to your farm. That PSU is bond company. So that is another major bonding strategy Alex just introduced. I know this event that just ended now has made them explode in actually making all this information public. So that PLCUX.com
come with one rubber
enables you to swap. It's a strategy to bond PLCU with bond. If you give them your one PLCU swap to X and they collect it from you, they bond it. So they are taking the load, the supply load of CoinSplit. They're not going to CoinSplit to swap to X, indirectly supplying PLCU value. So all of this, given time, we make PSU scarce. And when an item or commodity is scarce and there is demand for it, the price will increase. And then there's cashback system. Cashback system, these are products to continue the bonding at the same time increase membership and usefulness or use cases for this PSU. The cashback system, now instead of you have your yield in PSU, for example, existing members, for example, or a new member who has got his or her yield, X and has converted it to PSU back, and you want to convert it to Naira or to cedis, to the rand, shillings, any other currency, rather than doing it from CoinSplit, selling and supply PSU, you take it and the company on platinumdeal.com and purchase a voucher, and that is where the PSU member comes. Once you purchase a voucher, for example, for PSU membership area, purchase a
Monthly
voucher,
finance.
take that voucher, go to your PSC member and redeem the voucher. The voucher is now converted to you.
Man, you
That
come
is
stand for road,
where
collect am.
your you
E dey like Man
PSC
City dey
convert
Canal
it
Gate.
to voucher.
Dem
That
dey
voucher is now
for
you can
Seacoast
spend
collect
it.
am pass.
While you are spending that money given to you by the company, your coin is frozen. It's frozen in liquid. And once it's frozen, at the end of 12 months, after you must have collected, spent your money given to you by the company, you can still come back and start getting your news bit by bit in 12 folds from the 12 to month. In a nutshell, at the end of your spending of that money given to you, you can still get your coins back. So that's a novel